Hey guys, Miata Man here. Today we've got a second generation Miata, a nice NB. This is actually a Eunos from Japan, and it has a burned out brake light. So I'm going to show you how to get the tail light off and change that bulb. So first thing we're going to do is go in the trunk, and we're going to locate all of these clips that we need to take out. There's another one there that's already out. And we're going to need to remove those so that we can access the two 10mm bolts that hold the tail light on. So these are the clips that you have right there. And we'll go, you just take a little tiny screwdriver, you just wedge it in the center there, and then just pop that middle part and then just pull it. These are easy to break. A lot of times you'll see them broken already because people haven't been very careful getting them out. Here's another one. There we are. Okay, so now we've got those. I think there's another one that hides in the shadows right there, right in the corner. So we'll get that one out. Okay, great. Now we've got those. We can bend this back, and then that's what it looks like in behind. That's the tail light power cable that goes to all the bulbs. These are 10mm nuts that hold the tail light to the body. So what we're going to do next is take those off. So let's get in there. Let's just get this going the right way. Okay, so those are off. The next thing we need to do is remove this Phillips screw right here. There we are. So now that we've got that, we can try and pry the tail light out. And what I'm going to do real quick is just get you into the tripod here, and that way I can use both my hands to carefully pry this thing out. What I try and do is I try and push on the stud that's on the inside, and then I'll gently wiggle it until I get it to pop. There's a little post in here, a little plastic or nylon post that holds it onto the body from this corner. So you might need a no-mark plastic tool just to wedge in between to pop that. And take your time with this because you want to sort of just massage it out without damaging or scratching anything. There it goes. That's the little stud right there. It goes into this little receiver here. Okay, so that's what we were carefully prying off. Now, the bulb in question is this one here. It's the brake light and the running light. So we'll take a look at that. And there's a filament completely burned out in there. Well, that's the style of bulb that you're dealing with here. Now, it would be a good idea if you're planning ahead to get all of the bulbs that you need and just replace them all, because you haven't got to take it apart again as soon that way. So we're just going to gently let that rest there. And this bulb, there's numbers on the bulb, you guys, so take a look here. Sometimes they're easy to see and sometimes they're not, but like I said, that's a dual filament bulb. And what I mean by that is it has two different filaments in there. One of them does the brake light and one of them does the running light. They're two different ones and they're different brightnesses as well. So important to get the right bulb. These are the ones that I've got as an equivalent. These are GE 7443s. And that's, as you can see, they're the same. And we'll plug that in. There we are, and we'll test the brakes and we'll make sure that this works. There we go, success. So we'll make sure we get this plugged in just the right way until it'll actually click, so you can get it in there and then turn it until it clicks. There you go, there's the click. And you may want to clean up in here. This one's pretty clean. This is a really nice car, but a lot of times you get a lot of stuff built up in this area. You might want to inspect it and have a good clean while you're in there. And when you put this back in, make sure that you line up that little nylon post with this hole here first. Okay, so get that lined up. Well, actually, you know what? You got to line this up first. You have to line that up with the body first. Then just look in from the top and make sure that it's all going together square. And then once you've got it lined up, give it a gentle push. There it goes. All right, so then we'll put the two 10mm nuts back on. And we'll put our Phillips #2 screw back in. Not too tight, just snug. And same thing with the 10mm bolts. You want them tight, but not too tight. Just want to get them snug down and then give them a sort of little bit of tightness, but not a lot, because you can break stuff off. There we go. Once that's done, remember to put in all of your clips that hold that trim panel on inside the trunk, or the boot for our UK listeners and watchers. And to get these back in, just make sure you pull that apart. So pull the nose out a bit and just hold it like that. And that way the little claws on there can go back in freely. And you may want to turn these a little bit, because a lot of guys, they wreck the claws when they stick them back in because they're not careful. So you just sometimes got to turn it and sort of wiggle it in order for those claws not to get bent back. There we go. And the last one is that one that's hiding in the shadows. There you go, guys. She's all done. So I hope that helps you out. If you have any bulb issues on your NB Miata 99 to 05, this is how you do it. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll make you more videos soon.